hey, little fella. You know, it's one of those stories where you go, you see a dog and you're like, hey, little fella, and you go to pet it and then it rips your finger off. That truck right there, they just moved in. I will figure out a way. Of course, crawl over a little wall here. There is some place that you can buy these things. These gigantic bonsai. And I just absolutely love them. Now we've got a bunch of different varieties here. I'm gonna take you for a small tour. Today, you may not know this, so you might learn something today, a little tidbit of information. Today is the first day of the Lunar New Year calendar month. In the culture, on the first day and the last day, and on the full moons in the month, all kind of prayers and shit are said. They have a different variety of tree, bonsai, large bonsai trees. That truck just put in one. And I have to figure out a way, not figure out a way. We will have to find a place that sells these and have one or two transported to our garden area. I think I'll have one just in front of the front wall on the inside. Oh, good job. You have so many different varieties. Yeah, this is one of the guys that helped put them in. They put some back here. They've got some holes dug for more here. This is a little flowering one. I'm stepping into the sunlight with my bald head. Look at this cute one. Over here we have something that almost looks like an oak or a pine. Many different varieties of tree here. This one hasn't leafed yet, or maybe it's shed them. Here's another one of those cute little oak, like, I don't know what kind of variety or brands these are, bonsai, but they're awesome. There's a temple back here. Hence, you're hearing prayers being given by the monks. All kinds of different variety of tree, bonsai tree. She's here with her brat, but we'll disregard her. She might live back here. So look at them. They're gorgeous. This little fella. This one's nice too. Might be a little too close. This one, look at how it branches out all the way to here. That's just too cool. Look at this guy. Oh, too many. Look at this guy. Look at the pine needles on this little guy. More back there. More back in the backpack. More in the backpack. I'm not going back there. This is gonna be quick. Here's a few like palms. Bonsai palms. Get a look at them from the inside. 2 or 3, not sure. This one will flower. I know that. Just not yet. Oh, they did some tree trimming too. Before I come back, turn around, come back to finish. This one right here, they just dropped with that truck and that crane. Things weigh a lot. Here we have, I'm gonna stay in the shade. Look at this one. Ay, 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 look at that base. Look at that planter base. That's ridiculous. That's got a That's probably a ton. That's probably close to a ton, if not a ton. That one ain't no joke either. It's a little smaller, but that baby right there, yeah, I think that might be the biggest one here. Beautiful. Beautiful little stonework. Some, looks like Chinese or ancient Vietnamese hieroglyphics upon it. Huge. You get something as big as these planters. Yeah, you can go grow majestically giant bonsai trees. And we'll wrap it up here. This is another beauty, another beautiful planter. Look at the detail. The detail and workmanship. Is this iron? No, that's stone. Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, this is another beauty. Look at the dragon on this one. That dragon. A couple little dragons on the caps. Those, the bottom represent some toes or feet. Remarkable. They all have it. Excuse me, pardon me, let me stand corrected. They all have it. And when it gets that aged patina on it, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me get back in the shade. Whew. Yeah, I love this park. Sorry about the shaky camera. I had to wipe some sweat out of my eyes. Love this park. It's beautifully shaded. It's quaint. It's off one of the main drags that leads down into ancient town. There are some things in Vietnam, and this is one of them, in Hoi An rather, that I dearly love. I'll be back to visit it, but just not quite as often. But I've been coming to this park for 4 years now. And it used to be a lot quieter, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get into all that. But yeah, lots of shade, good place to cool down. I'm about 3 miles from home. 3 or 4 or 5 miles from home. So I usually stop here at the end of my excursion and drink a little water and rest and do a little brief cool down and then head on home. These bonsai have always been here. And I just am really going to and really wanting to get some of these 2 or 3 of them situated within our new place. It'll just be a nice little touch, and I'll really enjoy tending to them and caring for them. They're gorgeous, they're beautiful, they're huge, they're humongous, and just glorious. Eventually we'll have some trees like that. And here's the thing about that. Now, we're not going to have any tree like this. These trees, some of these trees in here are hundreds of years old. They've been here forever, and they're just wonderful. You saw the giant mango tree that rests in our front yard. Oh, you can see part of the temple. Just see a few dragons up there. Just a little part of the temple right there. The inner courtyard of the temple's on the other side of the roof. Yeah, we can't buy little trees and wait for them to grow. My wife can, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I have that kind of time. Fortunately, here in Vietnam, they do sell mature trees. The giant mango that rests in the front of our new home was brought in and planted there, and it's big. Now, we're not sure, the wife and I, that mango tree that sits in our yard and is right now resting as a capstone to the front of the yard is either a gift from the builder leader, or he simply hasn't asked us to pay for it yet. That tree he found somewhere in the area and thought about how it would be perfect for the front yard, and so bought it and planted it. And then told us about it. Now, congratulations, sir. Thank you. You did good. No complaints. Even though you didn't inform us you were putting a big fucking tree in our front yard. It's all good, brother. That tree, let's see, US dollars, probably, about $350. $350 for that huge mango tree in our front yard. So they do sell large mature trees that you can buy. They'll transport them. They'll bring them in with the crane. They'll dig the hole. They'll plant them in the ground. You don't have to wait 20 years for them to mature and age and grow and like this and give you shade cover. When you put the mango tree that sits in our front yard, originally it was like sort of kind of almost like this. And I was like, okay. And then now it's been a couple months, 2 or 3 months, and it's starting to bloom beautifully. And I think in another several months, it'll be a grand, giant, beautiful tree that'll provide cover and beauty. So we need to get, off the top of my head, I'm thinking 6 or 7 mature trees to plant around the home, the inner part of the home, which is not going to be a problem. And then throw a couple, 2, 3 of these around, then get all our plants and flowers and vegetables and garden and everything growing. It's going to be drop dead gorgeous. I can't wait. There are some trees here that you do not want to plant. For example, this one right here. Oh, beautiful, big, fat. There's another one right here. There's a few of them here. Big, fat, like almost elephant ear sized leaves. Just humongous leaves. But like in the Midwest of America, in the fall when the leaves drop, these trees shed their leaves several times a year and then almost literally immediately grow them back. You can see some that are littered on the ground. So this one is very fascinating and very unique how it doesn't like drop them all at once, but it will drop a significant portion of them. And then they regrow so fast, it's just crazy. So no trees like this, because that's too much work to clean up all this shit. They do have some, what you would probably understand to be dirty trees here in Vietnam. We have one just outside of our rental home, which blossoms into these sweet berries that you can eat. And they are delicious. And the birds come from all over, different birds to come and eat the berries. We've had a few squirrels show up to come and eat those berries. And we have eaten those berries as well, but the tree is horribly dirty. It sheds like crazy. And it's just a big mess. So although I love it, it's not something I really want to have to deal with. So non-shedding trees, sort of like this one here, this big one here, is what we'll aim for. That one's okay. That one's okay. So that's the plan. But I wanted to show you these bonsai. Little kids play area here. You know this park. I vlogged from here before. One of the 3 or 4 or 7 or 10 spots of Hoi An that I have come to know intimately. and have come to appreciate and have come to love. And yeah, I'll miss them, but just for a little while. I have a new wondrous area that the wife and I are set to live and abide in and explore and work on. So we're looking forward to that.